And okay, welcome everybody to another session of Write On, the creative writing program that nurtures well-being through self-expression. To the new people, that after we do this stretching and breathing, I will share a poem which is going to be David Whyte's The True Love. And if any of that resonates with you, feel free to use it for the free write. If not, just let it go. Okay? So, the point of the free write is just to keep the pen moving for 15 minutes, to allow anything that wants to come from you, through you, onto the paper, with as little censorship as possible. It's kind of priming the pump, clearing the sluiceways, whatever, just to let things come through without judgment. And it can be in the form of a prose story or a poem or just stream of consciousness. However it comes out is fine. The important thing is just to let it come through, because if you let through whatever's true in the moment, no matter what your evaluation of it is, it makes room for the next wave of what's true to come forward. Okay, so that's why as much as possible, if you can just let out whatever's there, and you may think, oh, that's really dumb. Well, you could write, and I think this is really dumb. Include it all on the paper. You're that much emptier and more open for the next wave of what's true. Okay? There is a faith in loving fiercely the one who is rightfully yours. Especially if you have waited years, and especially if part of you never believed you could deserve this loved and beckoning hand held out to you this way. I am thinking of faith now, and the testaments of loneliness, and what we feel we are worthy of in this world. Years ago in the Hebrides, I remember an old man who walked every morning on the gray stones to the shore of baying seals, who would press his hat to his chest in the blustering salt wind and say his prayer to the turbulent Jesus hidden in the water. And I think of the story of the storm and everyone waking and seeing the distant yet familiar figure far across the water calling to them. And how we are all preparing for that abrupt waking and that calling. And that moment we have to say yes. Except it will not come so grandly, so biblically, but more subtly and intimately in the face of the one you know you have to love. So that when you finally step out of the boat toward them, you find everything holds you, everything confirms your courage. And if you wanted to drown, you could, but you don't. Because finally, after all this struggle and all these years, you don't want to anymore. You've simply had enough of drowning. And you want to live, and you want to love. And you will walk across any territory and any darkness, however fluid and however dangerous, to take the one hand you know belongs in yours. So noticing whatever's happening in the way of sensations, images, feelings, temperatures, textures, awarenesses, thoughts, flavors of thought. When you're ready, let your eyes open and begin the free write, keeping the pen moving for 15 minutes. Take a moment and sense your experience. Just feel your feet, your legs, your hands, your arms, belly, chest, wherever you're drawn, and just see what you feel. If there's warmth there, sometimes a color or an image, sometimes an agitation or a peacefulness. But you won't know unless you just kind of feel into yourself. Sometimes uncrossing your arms and legs helps. Sitting upright, filling your low belly, which is more in touch with the immediate rather than what you've planned or what you've already experienced, and a kind of recycling. And then when you can, let your eyes open. If you need more time, leave your eyes closed. I won't ask you to speak until I notice that your eyes are open. So what I noticed was a deep warmth in my arms and legs, my torso, and I felt just so filled, so complete.